Welcome to Our Kids, sponsored by Jefferson County Public Schools. I'm Atherton High School correspondent Inanna Delaney. This August, we're taking a look back at some of our favorite stories from the past school year. Let's start by checking out our two new JCPS elementary schools.
We're here at Indian Trail Elementary. This is our first year in this new building.
It's very bright. Like when you come in here in the morning, you just get shined with brightness.
Our facilities are wonderful. Our kids really deserve this. And I really think that it's boosted our culture here. We've been doing the Kids Heart Challenge. They take pride more. They know that since things are brand new, they know to take care of it, and they know that it's for them.
It felt great to be at the first day of school in this new building.
It's wonderful. I mean, with all the new technology, with the lights, the air conditioner, everything working makes a big difference.
I think it was really huge, like very spacious. You could put a lot of stuff in it.
The new Indian Trail means everything to our school and community. It provides equitable access to our scholars. It provides learning places that they didn't have previously in the old building, bright lights, wonderful bright corridors and colors. It just brings an atmosphere of learning.
We are in our brand new Wilkerson Elementary in our library space, and you can see it's very bright and very well stocked with our books.
I feel like it's really welcoming and warm and just fun to be here.
It's like nice and modern and like very bright because all the windows.
You know, going from a building that was built in '66 to a building built in modern day with the technology that we demand in the classroom every single day already, that's helpful. You know, the classrooms are built to, manage the technology that we need to incorporate that the students are going to experience in their daily lives outside of school.
Because it's just the space itself is larger, we're spread out more. The way that this building is organized with, sort of everything in one central location. We've got our lunchroom and our library and our gym, and then we have a whole wing that's just our classrooms.
What I love about Wilkerson is that it has more room than the other one.
My favorite thing about being in this school is like when we go to our special areas, because now we have a lot more room and we have more special areas to go to, so it's fun going to different ones each week.
Yeah, we've been in this building since September, and we are really loving it. We're getting settled in.
Discover the World is a program at Central High School where students engage in multicultural activities. The local group River Lotus Lion Dancers came to celebrate the Lunar New Year with drumming and dance.
Discover the World is a new program that we started here at Central High School. The emphasis is on bringing cultural awareness and global competence to our students. And today we had the River Lotus Lion Dancers join us to celebrate Lunar New Year and showcase to the kids just amazing community groups and bridge that gap between the school and the community.
When they started like expressing the music, the rhythm, I saw a bunch of other people that haven't maybe experienced this before or were aware about it, like really come to realization like this culture is very beautiful. This is something that should be known even if you don't celebrate it.
It was amazing. Like, I'll be honest, we have been studying this celebration for the past few weeks, but this was just beyond imagination. Like, we honestly just thought it was going to be a small celebration. Then out of nowhere, we see the River Lotus group come in, and we all knew what was going to happen. We all knew this was going to be epic, and then as soon as the dragon started coming up stage, I could feel like the energy and the rush.
The mechanics of the dragon is beautiful. Like the eyes, the mouth, the lights. There's like, I have videos now that I'm gonna cherish forever. Like the dragon just right up in my face.
I think there's something that speaks highly about being immersed in an experience, feeling the beat of a drum, seeing the colors of a cultural costume, and hearing the music, meeting the people, talking with people face to face. We're so immersed sometimes in technology that it's nice to have a break in that and really kind of get a sense of really what the community is about firsthand.
To me, it's amazing. I love learning about new things. Especially, being at Central High School, we're a school of excellence, and we kind of like do a little bit of everything within our magnets and now within these clubs, I would say, Discover the World.
So Discover the World is a 45-minute time period once a week that students get a chance to go to a new teacher and engage in activities that just sort of take a break from the academic school day and expose them to different discussion topics, different community events, different ways of thinking about the world around them.
I mean, as a minority myself, I know how it feels like for other people to not know where you even come from or to assume. And so I feel like the more that we learn about other cultures, the more that we can just grow to be better people ourselves in our normal lives. And so high school is supposed to prepare us for the future, whether that's going off to college or not. And so in real life, I want to be a nice person. And I feel like you can't be a nice person if you just don't know about other people that aren't just yourself.
We're having like kind of a big opportunity here to be aware of like other cultures and celebrations, because that's kind of what Discover the World is all about.
More than 40 high school girls from across Kentucky competed in the first Future Women of Welding competition. PRP High School and their Academies of Louisville business partners hosted the event.
Welcome to the first annual Future Women of Welding competition. There has never been a competition of this type. The numbers of the young ladies that are getting into this trade are growing immensely.
Safety is our first priority. Please do not get hurt. Plant your pieces in there tight.
I think it's cool that we get to come here into a competition because there's a bunch of other girls from a bunch of different schools, and you get to test out your skills and you get to see like how other people evaluate and make up their decisions on how they build stuff and like what they do first.
I think it's awesome. I get to build character as a young adult, and then right after high school I can go on and have a future that even adults can't have. I love the opportunity.
The numbers of the young ladies that are getting into this trade are growing immensely.
Just trying to get like my measuring tape and like wired and stuff so it's easier for me to come and go.
This is the first time that there has been a competition of this type. And I've always had an idea of wanting to do an all-female welding competition because I think it's important not just to include this group being as small as it is, but to celebrate the opportunity for them to be in such a trade such as it is.
There is a huge push right now for people to get into the skilled trades, especially women.
I'm working on the competition to work on my skills so that in the future, whenever I go into welding for whatever part that I want to be in, I can kind of test my skills and see how I'm going.
We've had almost $15,000 donated in prizes and such, so it's a really good event. Welding jobs have never, through the pandemic, through any type of recessions, welding jobs have never stopped. Welders have always had jobs.
The level 3 project, which is going to be your seniors, that's going to challenge them in the process of TIG and stick welding. They're going to do some oxy fuel as well. All positions are going to do it overhead. They'll have sparks showering on them and all that good stuff, so that's really, that's the life of a welder.
So my dad, he's a millwright. He's been in welding for like as long as I knew, and he actually showed me it whenever I was like maybe 5, and I just stuck with it, and I thought it was really cool. And you don't see a lot of girls do it, and it's not publicly shown, so being able to be a girl welder and do that, it's cool. So that's why I wanted to do it. That's how my future's going so far.
I think it's great, the camaraderie that they see with each other, with the instructors, with all the entities that are here with this celebration.
But at the end, we're going to measure all of their welds. We're going to make sure that the blueprint matches the project, that they built. So we're going to check, dimensions. We're going to look at the quality of the weld, the size of the weld.
Many doors are open. They can write their own ticket.
The JCPS Flash Dad stopped by Indian Trail Elementary to give the students a big welcome.
We are at Indian Trail Elementary School this morning for our Flash Dads that we do once a month, where we get men from the community to come into the school and welcome students to the school, give them high fives, shake their hands, tell them good job, you look good, stay in school, we're proud of you, things like that. Give them positive affirmations to get their day started so that they can hopefully have a great day at school and have a great month. is really priceless. Every time they come in, you never know if you're gonna see a huge smile, you're gonna see a shocked face. This morning when they got off the bus, they heard the music, they heard people clapping and slapping fives, and they took off running to see what was going on. So it's just always rewarding. Even the guys that come, it does more for the men to come to support the initiative than even the students, because they always say how much it changes their lives and how excited they are about their day after seeing all the smiling faces and the difference that they make in the students' lives by just simply showing up and telling them a good job and they were proud of it.
Smile, let me see that smile.
A team was selected for a prestigious program. Of the thousands entered, only 60 teams were chosen for the NASA TechRise Challenge.
Yeah, this is Mazik Middle School, and our project is Project TSAID, which stands for Testing the Speed of Sound at Different Elevations. So basically what we're gonna do is test whether the speed of sound is affected by factors when you send it into the air.
We're basically just gonna measure out and collect data of how sound waves would react to different densities, to different temperatures.
We're gonna have an ultrasonic sensor on our hot air balloon, and it's gonna shoot out sound waves, and it's gonna give us readings which we can use to make predictions on what will happen.
NASA TechRise, they gave us a challenge where you have to come up with a design of an experiment that could go on a high altitude balloon 70,000 feet into the stratosphere. And the judges will review it. Only 60 teams this year got selected. Then NASA will provide you with the funding and resources to actually make your idea and come to life.
I think what we do here at Mazik is we inspire our kids to have the initiative to want to do more and do bigger things, and so it's just natural that we end up in national spheres like this.
It's pretty exciting, it's intriguing that we're one of the people that might have a chance in triumphing to, be one of those people who have colonized and have a part in helping to colonize and have a specific role, and we are able to triumph over that. Augustia had an idea and wanted to share it with us, and he wanted us to be able to be part of this journey. I've been loving science ever since I was a child, so when this opportunity came to me, I was really happy, and all of this stuff, I've always been thinking about this stuff ever since I was a child, so it's I was born for this kind of.
It's really exciting because not a lot of people get this sort of opportunity to get chosen by NASA.
Obviously they're great at science, but I think them being inspirational individuals.
Iroquois High School's first-year Aspire Higher program has helped a group of seniors collect more than $2 million in college scholarship offers.
Last spring, we collected about 13 of some of our highest achieving juniors and asked them to be a part of this program. It is an offshoot of the Fern Creek Ivy Plus Academy that Bo Baker started. And what we've done is we just try to give them more guidance, mentoring, and information on the whole college application process. They've been so successful. We have 13 students in our program right now, and they've earned more than $2,237,000 in scholarships.
It's not just us, but it's something that Mr. Baker has created that is going to help not only Iroquois and Fern Creek students, but hopefully other students in JCPS and maybe across the country as it evolves.
I'm thankful for all the opportunities with Aspire Higher because I know with all the adversities of life and all these programs, I wouldn't be able to do it by myself.
The Aspire program, I don't know where to start. It was everything for me, basically. I applied to 6 different schools. I got accepted into 5 of them. All of my school I applied to were because of the Aspire High.
I didn't believe in myself that I had any chance to, get into Louisville with the full ride scholarship, but here I am now. But the Aspire Higher program really just helped me to apply to scholarships and stuff. But I just feel like it's really important to realize how big an impact a place or a program can have on you personally, because I didn't really have any hope in myself, but I do now.
Always email Mr. Baker, and he always replied in less than 24 hours with any question I had. So for me, the Aspire program was just having that one friend that you can just be like, hey, what's up? Yep. I need you and I got you.
We talk a lot here at Iroquois High School about changing the narrative, and this group of Aspire Higher students are the perfect example of hardworking, bright students here doing incredible things. I know that they're going to continue on in college and doing great things.
We've got more of our favorite JCPS stories coming up. Stay tuned.
Today is the walk around with the big checks and hand them out to 7 students that are award winners.
Ulysses, congratulations. You are a recipient of the Jefferson County Public Schools Employee Sponsored Student Scholarship Fund for a total of $10,500. You today get a scholarship for $7,000.
Getting this award is going to help me focus on school more and help me lessen the burden of having to work while studying.
What these kids have done and overcome and the challenges they've met and the things that they do, not only to help themselves and their family, but their school and their community, it's amazing. So we are excited to give you a scholarship for $10,500. How about that? This big check to you is worth $10,500 in cash to you.
I'm going to the University of Louisville for bioengineering. And with this check, this will make me more financially stable and allow me to pursue my dreams and passion of what I want to be.
This check is made out to you, Raven, for $10,500. But here is your check for $10,500. And I'm proud to give you a check for $10,500. Wow. This guy flies planes. It's really my favorite day of the year.
Welcome back to Our Kids. I'm Atherton High School correspondent Inanna Delaney. This month, we're taking a look back at some of our most memorable stories from the 2022-2023 school year.
Students in Fairdale High School's Fire and EMS Academy and 4 local emergency response units stage a mock mass casualty incident to test the skills they have learned in class.
Today we got a mass casualty incident.
You see, we got a scene over here. Bus flipped over.
We covered up the wounds, we stopped the bleeding, we covered it.
So my scenario is I'm an actor and I have a laceration on my forehead. My neck hurts and I can't walk.
This event is kind of a capstone of everything they've put together so far. We've got simulations set up here, we've got realistic wounds, we've got realistic situation, and the students will learn a lot from it.
You want me to keep them over there? This is my first time, and for me leading a crew too is kind of, overwhelming, but I'm trying to stay calm, trying to, talk to the patients equally calmly.
So we're the decon unit. We're spraying down the hazmat suits and cleaning them off after they're in there with the fumes and stuff.
You can't get a real feel for what you're doing without placing hands on something. I can talk to them all day long about it, but the real experience comes when they get to place hands on.
Command to Engine 3, go ahead and start up behind the hazmat company and start decon.
This is actually really cool to have 4 different fire stations here. It's kind of awesome. The ambulances having it, just being part of it is really awesome.
So now you see how we can clear up in there like that?
My goal of all this is for all my students. If you don't become a firefighter, you don't become an EMT, that's great. But if you can be a better person and somewhere down the road you look back on this and go, I overcame that when I was there at school and I did that. If I can overcome that, maybe I can overcome this obstacle in life, and we all face obstacles in life. That's my ultimate goal.
For the nurses and the people that are in the police academy, I feel like this is going to help them because it's going to have them do controlled situations, and then for the nurses, they're going to deal with angry and hurt patients that are going to be begging and screaming for help.
You don't really see this every day, so in class it's kind of just oh yeah, respiration study. It's just on a card, but to actually see it in person is kind of crazy.
To get close you can to a real life situation, I think it's pretty good.
JCPS high school students will be playing some home games on new artificial turf fields in the next few years as part of a much-needed upgrade of athletic facilities.
Happy to be out here today to celebrate what I think is long overdue here in JCPS, which is the opportunity to give our kids in JCPS, our student athletes, what they deserve, which are the same great facilities that every other district around us has had for many years.
Not only are we getting these turf fields, but as Dr. Polio said, we are going to help other sports such as track and lacrosse and soccer. So this is an opportunity for several sports to be able to play on turf fields.
I would encourage you, when you look at this facility, for instance, which has taken an incredible amount of work, if you look at the bleachers and the press box, if you look at the concession stand area, the restrooms, it is nowhere close to our neighboring districts. We will be building about 26 schools in the next 10 years. But as a part of that future state, it was also making sure our athletic facilities were top-notch as well. So I'm so excited to be standing on this football field, this natural football field, for one of the last times ever, as we now begin a 3-year process of putting down turf fields on every single one of our high schools, with the exception of a few who are getting brand new facilities. Those schools that are getting brand new facilities, in the next 4 or 5 years, we will obviously be building new athletic facilities for those schools as well. But it will include, as you can see on the sign, turf fields, brand new tracks. Our kids, our track athletes deserve to be running on the best possible tracks that we have, not concrete that we see here that is cracking all around.
And I just want to thank everyone that made it possible, that to know that I can perform and practice on my own home field and track.
We're very proud of what this is going to look like and excited to play here.
This summer, we'll be getting going on this immediately. We'll start with the Academy at Shawnee, Central High School, Jeffersontown High School, Moore, PRP will all be this year. And as you can see, by 2025, we will have replaced in 3 years all of our facilities.
Students in engineering and aerospace programs competed in a fun rocket competition. More than 20 teams launched rockets they built.
All right, slide up one.
So we're on Atherton's football field, and we all built rockets, all the engineering classes, and we're gonna launch them.
We are doing our annual spring rocket launch.
We've spent the last couple of weeks building our rockets. I got mine right here. Built it after a bee.
So these are the fins, this is the cone, this is what makes it aerodynamic, and then this is the engine.
And this year, the new part is we have Shawnee here, and we have Mercy High School here.
I'm excited and nervous seeing all the other teams' rockets. So I'm hoping mine goes at least a lot higher than theirs.
3, 2, 1, go! So then we'll compete and see who flies the highest. The hands-on part is something that's really, really necessary. And I mean, we do this with all of our engineering classes, but this is just one of the culmination of one of the events for the year.
The first things we did is we sanded on the wings to try to get it to rotate a little bit. And then we built the inside tube where the engine is placed. And then we decided to paint it, and then we folded up the parachute and filled it with non-flammable paper so it won't burn up the parachute.
Pretty much nothing works the first time.
We typically will have 1 or 2 that have issues, and so that's one of the things we try to teach them in engineering, that failure is not a bad thing necessarily, that even SpaceX has their issues, and NASA as well. So, you know, we just try to learn from that and, okay, what happened, what caused it, and what do we do to avoid it next time?
Which it did actually come off, it did deploy, and it kind of did its job. Here's my altimeter reading a massive 0.
I like how spin does.
And then my fin broke off, but I think we're going to be able to put it back together and try and launch it again. So.
Kids love it, and it's something we have a lot of fun with.
I don't know how everybody else feels about it, but it was fun for our learning experience. So if we wanted to try this at home, I know how to do it. So it was a really fun building process.
All right, let's go. All right.
We're at Valley High School. We are having a prom for students with special needs in all of the high schools of JCPS, and it's called the Bunny Hop.
having a good prom today. You can see all the people are in here gathering around.
We have about 14 JCPS schools that have signed up.
We're having like popcorn over here.
We are dressing up, wearing our best clothes, having the time of our lives. We have a bunch of photo booths, we have snacks, and we are dancing all day long. So much work has gone into this, and today is just the day where we get to sit back and enjoy it and just feel the fulfillment of spreading joy and good.
I like to have fun dancing around. It's kind of easy. Yeah. Pretty awesome though. Yeah.
We want to spread joy and goodness within the community. The world is broken, there's a lot of darkness going on, and we just want to remind everybody that there is so much good in the world. Everyone cares about each other, and we just want to spread happiness today and everyone leave with smiles on their faces.
Just want to thank you for arriving at the new home of Love the Hungry.
Love the Hungry is a local nonprofit organization that engages volunteers of all ages in producing a very nutrient-dense, nutrient-rich meal that we call the NutriPlenty meal. We start with this little sachet or packet of M+ micronutrients.
We have different stations out here, and some add the food, and then some people pack the food up.
They'll drop in a little spoonful of dehydrated vegetables. There's 6 vegetables in that blend. We need a source of protein, so we use a soy or a vegetable protein. And the last component is rice.
We have our Explore ambassadors, who are our student leaders in our Explore program at the middle school level. And today is sort of an accumulative project where they are here to do a service learning opportunity.
And today we have about 100 student volunteers from several middle schools that will be part of this hands-on experience, helping us to produce at least 10,000 of the NutriPlenty servings.
Just to volunteer and help out. But basically, it's a big part to help out since we also give back and to make sure everyone's healthy.
We want to help our community, get everyone enough so they could actually live and survive.
These students are our ambassadors in the Explore program, so they are our student leaders. They have applied through an extensive process to be leaders in our buildings.
It's to explore what's in the world and what everyone else is like exploring and discovering, and to find new stuff in the world.
It helps us focus on our future plans and goals of what we want to become.
So it's a very hands-on experience. It's also a lot of fun, but I think when you wrap all that together, it creates something very meaningful for the students.
Yeah, it's good to see other people from other schools help out too.
The Youth Performing Arts School performed at the Superintendent's State of the District address. They really know how to swing. Thanks for watching our show. You can find entire episodes on our JCPS YouTube channel. Until next time, keep supporting our kids.